Do you want to just move round a bit, like this way? Just move the whole lot up. It makes much more sense. Stay in exactly the same position. Just move round a little bit. That's great, that's great, that's great, that's great. So just move round a little bit more. Just move round a little bit more. Move round a little bit more.
Sorry, babe.
על הכל מרכל על הכל הוא יברך את העם ואת הכלה הוא יברך הוא יברך חתם ואת הכלה.
Daniel and Jenny, Mazal Tov, congratulations. How absolutely lovely and special it is to stand under this chuppah with you both, with your parents and with grandparents, to celebrate your wedding. You know that Jewish tradition teaches also that those who can't be with us physically also join us under a chuppah at a wedding. And I know that today that's especially poignant, that there are loved ones who we wish deeply could be here today, but who I believe are very, very, very much with us, and so deeply happy at the two of you getting married today. Daniel, your parents are old friends. They were the first people I met when I came to Radlett to serve as rabbi. Your dad showed me my home. Without him, I'd have been on the streets. Jenny, I met your parents just recently, but watching your dad carry your mum up the stairs to the Bedechem, I guess I can say with a certain amount of confidence that you come from an incredibly warm and loving home in the way that Daniel does, and that you share those very special values. Today's a particularly emotional and special day for me because Daniel was my third bar mitzvah boy in Radlett, and in November 1997 on Parashat Noach we celebrated together. Daniel was even then an incredibly charming young man. I was. He was. You may have different experiences with the rabbi. He was as charming as ever. And I remember because all the other, or many of the other bar mitzvah boys would come in very nervous, not quite sure what to say. Daniel strode in confidently, back from France, a little bit of glandular fever, but it didn't stop him. He said, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "Sure, go ahead." He said, "Tell me, what do rabbis do all day?" I thought, gosh, I've got yet another boss in the community. So Daniel, here's the answer. One of the loveliest things that rabbis get to do is to marry couples, and it's especially lovely when it's a couple whom I feel a very deep bond to do, and with so much history. So I'm not going to quiz you on what I spoke about at your bar mitzvah.
I remember.
Maybe I should. Quick straw poll, how many of you were there? It was good, right? We had a good time. So at your bar mitzvah, we spoke about Parashat Noach, which we share as the bar mitzvah portion, and we spoke about the charm that you have and how that worked with the pasuk that God walked with Noah. And I'm so, so happy that you have found in Jenny someone who is as warm and as lovely and as strong as you are. And I think that the message of Noah's Ark could not be more appropriate as you build your home together. It's true that Noah had 2 of every animal, and you just start off with 3 piranhas. 4 piranhas! And he's still got all the fingers on the hand to prove. But it seems to me that Noah's Ark symbolises 2 other things. It symbolises, first of all, an incredibly warm and intense home that Noah built for himself and for his family, oblivious to everything or the nothing that there was outside. Because what you're going to do now is to build a home together, which is going to be for the 2 of you and for your family, a place of incredible love and warmth, a place where you'll care for one another and cherish one another and love one another. And talking to you both, it really feels that you have a very special relationship, a very powerful relationship, a very strong relationship, and a very deeply loving relationship. And that is the home that you will build together, like Noah's Ark. But the second sense of Noah's Ark is that Noah's Ark is built to be the place that rescues humanity. Noah, as everything else is destroyed, builds a home to survive, and a home which will restore the world. And it seems to me that that's the other very special thing about a Jewish home and a Jewish wedding. Because what makes Jewish weddings particularly special, and this is a moment to welcome those of you who are not familiar with the Jewish wedding ceremony, what makes a Jewish wedding special is that it's not just a private romance. It is, as we said, first and foremost a private romance of the home you're going to build together. But a Jewish wedding is also about continuing traditions. It's about continuing the mission of the Jewish people to make the world into a better place. That's why I feel so strongly and so warmly about continuing the tradition of having stood before you at your bar mitzvah and now again at your wedding. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to build a home which will be warm and loving for the 2 of you, that will be open, as I know it will be, to your families from whom you both draw so much strength and share so much love and are there for one another at the most wonderful moments of celebration, and also at some of the most difficult moments that each family and every family goes through. Build a home that will also be a place of warmth to other people, to community, that takes its part in the life of community, takes its part in the life of the nation, takes its part in making our world into a better place. Mazal tov. So, if you could, we're happy? It's the right person?
Definitely the right person.
Jenny, are you happy? He's the right bloke?
So
Piranhas and all?
She's not the right one.
Your wedding, we're assuming, is done. We're assuming it's done because otherwise it would say some rather awkward things about Daniel, which we don't really want to say today. I wouldn't raise that one now. Okay, Daniel, please, in the presence of the 2 witnesses, if you could lower the veil over Jenny's face.
Find it first.
Perfect. And we give you both the blessing. It's fine. Which means...
I'm not used to doing this.
Well, please don't get used to doing it. Once is quite enough. Which means that, please God, together, you're going to have the most wonderful family. Can I have a glass of wine, please? That's great. We're now going to say the Birkot Erusin. That's 2 very short blessings which mark the new stage in life as a married couple. And we say them with a glass of wine because that's our symbol of celebration. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidishanu mitzotav v'tzivanu al harayot v'asar lanu et harusot v'hitir lanu et hanasuot lanu al yidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Amo Yisrael Alidei chupa v'kiddushin.
Amen.
Amen.
And we get to ask Neil, please, to give Daniel some wine. Lovely, and Jenny's mum is now going to give her some wine. That's perfect, thank you very much. Thank you. We now come to the crucial moment. We need a ring. One of the Bens? That's great, thank you, Ben.
He has an offer on those.
Okay, I don't want it. You want to give it to Daniel. He's the one getting married today. Okay, Jenny, if you could hand your flowers to your mum, that would be easier for you.
Dan.
You just need the one you're giving to Jenny.
Yeah, not that one. Put it on my hand. No.
You're not marrying me.
Give it to me.
Okay, Stephen, the Chazan, and myself will be the sole witnesses for the handing over of the ring. Jenny, you can stick your finger out. That's perfect. Wait. Okay. And Daniel, before he gives the ring to Jenny, is going to say the words which translate into English as, "Behold, you're married to me with this ring, according to the law of Moses and Israel." Hooray.
Hooray. At.
Mekudeshet,
Mekadeshet.
Li.
Li.
B'tabat,
Bataba.
Zo,
Zo.
Kedat,
Kadat.
Moshe,
Moshe.
V'Yisrael.
Vis Israel.
Mekudeshet, Mazal Tov. Just a few moments ago, Daniel signed on this very beautiful tuba. Is a Jewish marriage document, and the tradition is to read out a little bit of it at the ceremony. So we're just going to read a tiny bit. באחד בשבת 24 יום לחודש סיוון שנת 5774, that's today's date, לבריאת העולם למניין שאנו מנים כאן, Tuneberry Farm הסמוכה לבלים. That's where we are, the place. It's a legal document. איך רב דובר בן ישראל אמר לטלי בת יוסף, that Daniel said to Jenny, "Habeli le'imtu kedat Moshe Yisrael v'ana afelech v'okir ve'ezon v'farnes v'atichei lechi ki hilchot guvrain Yehuda." Daniel promised to look after Jenny, sorry, she's Tali in the Hebrew, to Jenny in every possible way, and it's signed at the bottom, Gidon ben Shmuel Ed, Yehuda ben Shlomo Lis Ed. So it's signed by the two witnesses at the end. Daniel, if you could give this to Jenny, please.
There you go.
If you hold it outwards, you'll get better photo. Okay, now you just